So as a doctor, what do you want? You want to go a solo practice or you want a group practice? This is a question which many doctors struggle with, whether they should go with partnership or they should go solo. So today in this video we will explore this topic. So Dr. Pranav, whether one should go solo or polyclinic, what is your or in the partnership as we do in the polyclinic? So many doctors ask us because they have dilemma of like sharing of revenue, sharing of brand, but if you go solo there are a lot of disadvantage as well because you have to invest everything yourself. So how should one decide upon this?
See, medicine as a branch is a huge branch. It has so many super specialty and subspecialty. And just like, for example, if you say that if in games you should go solo or you should go in group. So it depends on which game you are playing, whether you are playing badminton, table tennis, whether you require whether two people can run in together. Some games are there like hockey, you have 11 people, rugby, you have more people, cricket, you have 11 people, sometimes you are batting, sometimes you are bowling. So it is similar in medicine also. There are branches like skin, psychiatry, ophthalmology, ENT, you can go solo, there is no point. You can expand and same subspecialty you can add, but you can easily go solo. There are branches like cardiac surgery, neurosurgery, onco, you have to take a team. And it is always better to take a team together if you have the resources and you have the trusted people. Because whenever you have a good team, everything is shared. And most important is that when the negative part or when the finances and lows of your career are shared, it really helps. Profit is definitely going to be shared. And investment, when you are thinking that 5-6 people together they put the investment, then the whole outlook of the hospital changes. The whole project takes a new shape.
So that is actually true, and a lot of people knows about that. So how at least we should have some structure to it so that they can decide logically.
We'll show you. We will show you the mind map. That logically when you are sitting in a initial planning, how to decide whether you should go solo or not. Okay, so first thing, when you're going solo or group, what all factors should be there? See, if you go solo, you are going to have a personal autonomy. You are the boss. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Whatever type of servants or other staff you want to keep, you can fire anybody. It is a good business model. And you have complete control.
And whatever business model you want, you want to have any kind of marketing strategy, that is up to you.
But it requires some real braveness and you should be ready to face all the challenges. Pros is that you have autonomy, you have financial benefits, all you will take home, and you are going to develop your brand very fast.
Personal brand, yes.
But at the same time, you have suboptimal quality of patient care. If you are not there, if you have gone for some vacation, who will take care?
You have to do by 24/7.
And you will be disturbed at the odd hours. There is no predictability of scheduling. If you are taking a bath or you are sleeping, then the phone can come. Doctor se baat karaiye. And then you cannot have professional contacts and compared to when you go in a teams.
Because networking ki to time hi nahi milega.
So you are really exhausted at the end of the day and you feel squeezed out.
I think for people who are actually a little bit of shy, they want to have their own setup, they don't want to grow that fast or that big, then you within that limited space, that solo practice is okay.
And sometimes in smaller setups like tier 3 cities, you might not get good companions also. So it is better be alone than sorry. I mean, you should not be in a bad company or a suboptimal company. They will damage your
many times. Many times it happens because you will
your own brand might get diluted and damaged.
Correct. You want to become start a polyclinic, but you don't get a good partners, and which is like the most important thing, because we are humans. We all have emotions, ego, and everything. So it required a very cohesive unit to a polyclinic to become a successful.
Best is that you can have a group from your college, your alma mater, or your senior or juniors, or the like-minded people you are.
Because you have spent a lot of time with them.
And you know them. So what are the types of doctors recommended, like internal medicine, obs gynae, psychiatry, skin, dental? These people can go solo. Out of this, obs and gynae, it requires an operative setup, and internal medicine can go solo also. And if they are having an ICU, they can go in polyclinic also. So group practice, what are the factors? Coming on to the important things you should keep in consideration when you decide that you are making a group. And first thing is, are you friends? because in pluses and minuses you have to be together.
Correct. I think only professional friendship will be difficult for a long term perspective.
You have to trust each other. You have to believe in oneself and others also. You have to have a good business sense.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it is going to be shared revenues and shared investment.
Yes.
So business, you have to understand. You cannot say कि जो आप बोलोगे वो ठीक है. Then you should have scheduled matching, practice schedule matching. The different branches should be symbiotic to one another.
Yes.
They should be feeding one another.
Yes.
Your location of practice, it is very important.
It should be optimal for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And earning potential is also there. You're going to, if you are having 7 doctors, then the footfall will be, even if 20 patients come, you will have very good footfall.
Footfall. Yes. Yes.
So what are the pros and cons of having a team? Pros are that, see, quality of patient care will be definitely better because there is somebody to back you.
Yeah.
Some is senior to you, some people are junior to you, they will have more activity.
Correct.
In later life, if you are not deciding to leave the practice, some of the other people can take your practice and give you revenue.
Yeah, obviously, and even the quality of your
referral facilities there.
Facilities also will increase.
Somebody can come to your rescue in odd hours.
Yeah, correct.
You can take leave one after another. Similarly,
that means your personal life
quality of life is better.
Better.
Then predictability of scheduling is there. You can schedule your calls. You will get good professional contacts.
Yeah, across it will be shared by all.
Similarly, the cost of acquisition of a new patient is really low.
Correct.
And the cost will be shared.
Yeah.
And professional risks will be shared.
Yes.
So,
obviously.
So you should always try to make a good group if it is possible. Initially, you might not have a good group, but over 1 or 2 years, you will understand the market also, and you can make a good group.
Correct. Even as I was saying that when people are pooling money, so for example 5 doctors are there, they are giving 20 lakhs each. Now 1 CR polyclinic will have all the facilities.
The outlook will be entirely different.
Yes. And then the cost will be shared, and marketing cost expenditure will also be shared, and the cost of like acquiring a customer who are coming to for one specialization will be like captured in your sales funnel.
And even sometimes what happens, you want to go for your upgradation of knowledge, you want to go for the conference, you want to go for from 5 to 6 months of course.
Yeah.
In that condition, if you have a team, then they are working and you're not out of the market.
Yeah.
Initially, if you are going solo, then you have to shut down, put a lock in your clinic and then go away.
Yeah.
And after that, when you come back, it is really difficult.
You restart from zero.
Yeah. So if you have a group, then you can go for your educational advancements also.
Yes. Very important point.
Pros. Coming on to the cons now.
Cons, yes.
That what the revenue is there, it's going to be shared. So you have to be patient.
Obviously.
You might have to share some, your share may be little less than what you are working, but we have to wait for some time.
But I would rather say in this way, rather than seeing the pie, the what pie of the circle you have, I think it is important to increase the size of pie.
Yeah.
And when you increase the size of pie,
your share will also increase.
Your share will always increase.
Yeah, you have to have that patience.
Yeah.
The autonomy definitely is less. There is more accountability, but it is a game of long run.
Yes.
And you don't have that much opportunity to develop personal brand, but as we discussed, if the pie is bigger, then you are going to be bigger.
Yes.
So what are the doctors recommended, or what are the clinical branches like pediatrics, radiology, surgery, anesthesia? These are the branches which you have to require a team.
Yeah, and all cardiosurgeon.
All the super specialty usually work in team.
Work in team. Obviously, it will depend upon your personal outlook, how you perceive your life, where do you want to go as what is your destination in the life. Everything like these personal things will also be considered.
But personally, if you ask me, then first thing is to start solo. And you see the market. You have a small group. It is good idea to have few people which are more trusted, and then slowly you grow to the bigger group.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you so much.